Paul, you just told me a moment ago you put out a note an hour ago and it's already obsolete. Why is that?
We've had news, this is senior Saudi sources saying that, as you noted, that production won't be out for as long as we had modeled in this morning's note. So we had put Saudi in for 7 million barrels a day on average in Q4. That looks like it's going to be too low a number based on this breaking news. The actual official story comes out at 1:15 today, New York time, when the Saudi energy minister, actually Saudi oil minister, I should say, will be giving an update to the market.
You say senior Saudi sources to you. What else are they telling you? Why were they not prepared for this attack? And how are they getting production up and running again so quickly?
Well, one of the shocks about this whole thing was that we know that the Saudi system is designed to withstand attacks. It's got triple redundancy, it's vast in scale, this stuff is really in the middle of nowhere. And so for this much oil to be knocked out in this way was a shock in terms of what's going on with their defenses, absolutely. Also, satellite images showed how precise the attacks were, and really multiple points of attack insofar as there's about 17 to 20 hits on this huge facility. So it's perhaps not totally surprising that, in fact, they can quickly recover because of the redundancy. But nevertheless, this has still been a very dramatic and worrying attack, and we're particularly concerned about the retaliation. What's going to happen next?
Paul, on that front, presumably the Saudis are not going to want to escalate the situation until they are able to protect their facilities. This has highlighted a considerable vulnerability.
It has. It's been an absolute shock. I mean, we all know that Saudi is an enormous defense spender, specifically working to avoid this kind of attack. So how there was such a complete failure here will be a major mystery. We also understand that several missiles fell short, so they have prima facie evidence of what was fired at them, and presumably they can also calculate exactly where it came from. At the moment, the thoughts are somewhere around the Iran-Iraq border. It's hard to know exactly who's responsible for that, but clearly not the Houthis is the general consensus.
Paul, in terms of what is coming back on stream, can you just explain what is coming back? Is this the facility that was attacked that will be up and running? As my understanding was, the parts were going to be hard to come by and come with a long lead time. Or is it other facilities within Saudi, maybe further out of range, that are being brought back on stream that had previously been mothballed?
I believe it's the main facility, which would also have affected spare capacity, because there would have been some spare capacity around Abqaiq. The best understanding, and this is a breaking news story just affecting crude prices in the last 20 minutes, is that Abqaiq can be restored to 70% of capacity in relatively short shrift, as mentioned, 2 to 3 weeks, which is a definite upside surprise against where we thought we were as of yesterday.